Hello, I am Valia, this is Jorge, and tonight we will be covering some of this week's stories that never made it to the 6 o'clock news. In a village near Arta, a stray dog went missing only to be found 24 hours later brutally abused. Apparently he was first hit with an agricultural tool and then shot. The perpetrator was never found, and the local charity is asking anyone who knows anything to come forward. Oh, excuse me. Come forward. Another friendly stray in Ep1 named Ivan went missing recently too, and the volunteers who care for him are deeply concerned. We all know what went missing means for a Greek stray. Hopefully Ivan will not be that unlucky. A dog was found in an isolated tank of water miles away from the closest village of Tirintha. Given the height of the tank, it is highly unlikely that he jumped in on his own. He suffers from advanced ehrlichia and his legs are swollen to the point where he can't even walk. A dog found nearly moribund in Trezina with wounds covering her entire body was rescued by the local charity. Apparently the dog was tied in the back of the car and then dragged for miles. After an operation that lasted 3 hours and a 10-day recovery at the clinic, she lost the battle and succumbed to her injuries. According to the vet, she was only 10 months old. The perpetrator is still out there, and always will be. A very sick dog was spotted by a woman in Thessaloniki. The dog suffers from mange and probably leishmaniasis, but he is too fearful and cannot be approached. The woman is asking for help from anyone who knows how to approach a fearful dog. And another dog in similar condition has been wandering the streets of an Athenian suburb. Anyone who spots the dog is asked to stall him with food until help arrives. A very sick and friendly dog was rescued by the local charity of Timpaki in Greece. He suffers from ehrlichia and leishmaniasis, and a foster home is needed until he completes his treatment. A friendly stray dog appeared recently in a neighborhood in Volos. His body was covered in ticks, he had bite marks on his neck, and his limp was probably caused by a hit and run. The neighbors are threatening to make him disappear. In fact, one of them approached the woman who cares for him, warning her that in 10 days from now, a friend of his, who is also a vet, known as Dr. Death, will make the dog disappear. There's a lot of disappearing in Greece. 3 kittens were abandoned in a cardboard box next to a garbage bin in Athens, Greece. Apparently, if they were hungry, they could easily crawl out of the box, climb the bin, jump inside, and breastfeed some trash bags. They were rescued by Scars and are now safe in their foster home. Susie, an orphaned pet dog, was moved to this place after her owner died. After living a life on a couch next to her human, she now spends her days chained and is being fed by the neighbors. The local charity is looking for a new home for the sweet dog because this dirty, inexplicable place she's living in now is hardly a home, well, at least for some of us. Probably it is for the dead owner's relatives. A starving German shepherd was spotted by a woman in the island of Salamina in this condition. According to a local fisherman, the dog's owner lives in the mainland but loves and cares for the dog, and he also trains him. Taking a break from reality, our favorite awe post for this week is Mika. She is 3 months old. She was found wandering alone in the fields near Larissa and was rescued by the local charity. She is now looking for a forever couch. A forever home. Look at her. Okay, back to reality. A dog Argentino in terrible condition was spotted by a woman in Patra. Unable to care for the dog herself, she asked for help through social media, and after a mass mobilization, volunteers managed to find the owner. According to him, the dog had gotten sick with leishmaniasis, and after he collapsed on the street, he just left him there. As he admitted, he did have the money to buy the dog, but had no money to provide him with the antiparasitic treatment needed, nor with the cure for leishmaniasis. Unfortunately, the dog did not make it, but the volunteers are taking legal action against the owner. The animal welfare of Tripolis rescued a dog hit by a truck and left on the side of the road for 2 days with a bowl of water. He suffers from a broken spine, and the chances of him walking again are slim to none. Well, at least he will be hydrated. Yeah. In Crete, in the village of Anokalesa, an unknown man hit a female puppy, tied a wire around her neck and tried to hang her from a tree. The puppy was spotted by a woman in time and rescued. It is recovering and being treated for ehrlichia while the perpetrator keeps living among us. In the island of Kefalonia, a severely injured dog was found in a garbage bin. Inside. Apparently, the dog was hit by a car and then thrown in the bin by the driver. The police were called and the dog was taken in by the local charity. It suffers from skull fractures, hematomas, and it is recovering at a clinic. A family of Greeks that recently migrated to Canada left their dog behind, chained in the yard. Volunteers who arrived at the scene found the dog emaciated, full of ticks, with his collar embedded in his skin and without food or water. Rumor has it that the quality of life in Canada has been dropping recently, and the Canadian authorities are doing everything they can to punish the people responsible. That was a joke, but it would be so much fun. Canada, track them down. A family of stray cats was decimated in the island of Skiathos. 3 stray kittens were kicked to death and a 4th one was found alive inside a garbage bin near the scene. The Cat Welfare Association of the island has been asking anyone who knows anything to come forward. I'm sorry. I can never say that. I'm sorry. A man caring for dozens of stray dogs in Crete received a €6,500 fine by the City Planning Commission for the wooden houses he has built for his rescue dogs in an abandoned warehouse. Either you dump the dogs on the street or we ruin your life, was the warning he had received, and apparently the state has been doing everything in its power to make the threat come true. I always believed in the Greek government, you know. Speaking about the government, ritual animal slaughter without anesthesia was recently legalized in Greece for reasons of freedom of religion. According to this particular practice, named halal or kosher, after the animal's throat is slit with a knife, it is kept alive until the blood is drained from its veins. And last but not least, in the island of Samos, a Mediterranean seal was found stabbed and shot to death. According to the evidence, the animal was probably shot while it was trying to swim away, and members of the Sea Life Protection Institute believe that it is Argyro, a well-known Monachus seal that had gone missing recently. Thank you for watching. You can find the original or additional links leading to every story in the description box below. From Jorge and I, have a good night.